What I've noticed from the high-performing men who choose the conventionally safe and successful career paths, such as lawyers, doctors, engineers, those are the ones who usually have their parents together, but the parents have incredibly high expectations for them. They don't usually support them when they have failures. They don't really care about the child's personal interests. They care more about the child being a success, having a good reflection upon them, and making sure that they get the conventionally safe career path. There's really no choice. There's really no other options. It's kind of like a do or you do not belong to this family type of scenario. This is the man who usually develops a midlife crisis because he abandons himself in favor of pleasing his family. He also develops a lot of people-pleasing behaviors and generally ends up being the one that turns into the nice guy. He never feels good enough, and he usually ends up becoming anxiously attached in relationships because what he's really searching for is someone he can settle down with so that he finally feels safe to be himself. What happens is this man gets to the top of his game, feels like his life is a mess because none of the accolades, the accomplishments, the material objects, the nice house, the nice car, the watch, the new job, the promotion feels good enough because his entire life was spent sourcing his validation, his self-esteem, how worthy he is of love from all of these sources because he learned it from his parents that if you just do good enough, then you will be loved. He achieves all this stuff and it doesn't feel this way. He runs to trying to achieve more, to desperately attempt to save whatever string of self-esteem he's got left, but ultimately ends up self-sabotaging. Has to have drinks at the end of the day, starts to party. His relationship falls apart because when his partner expresses their needs, instead of being able to be emotionally attuned and receptive because he never learned it, he instead tries to give them more things or do more things for them. The ultimate way for this man to start fixing his life and feeling better is he's got to start sourcing his validation internally. He's got to start seeing himself as worthy. He might say he knows his worth, he knows his value, but you can logically understand something and not know how to put it into practice. So by putting it into practice, that means you have to learn how to set boundaries, which means you have to disappoint some people, you have to let some people down, stop people pleasing, start choosing what you want to do over what you think is going to make others happy, which might mean chaos in your family environment, loss of some friends, loss of a job title, maybe you don't want to be in the same career anymore. These are going to be life-changing, life-altering decisions that you might have to make, but what you get is your ability to be sovereign, and when you can be sovereign and authentic, that is when you will truly be happy. Stick around for the next video as I break down the problems that the high-performing entrepreneur has.